What's happening, everybody? I was hoping that my first video for the new year would be a positive one. In fact, I've been pretty excited about this turnover into new year. I know there's nothing magical about switching from 20 to 21, but regardless, I was looking forward to some new beginnings and some renewed efforts and some renewed focus and so forth. That said, I was hoping today would be a positive message, but once again, our country is in turmoil. I just saw some video footage that protesters have now stormed the Capitol building in DC, and I guess this is where I'm at, is that we've got to be better than this. And because the current protesters are what appears to be conservative, Trump supporters, what have you. Before any of my left of center friends start to do the told you so type stuff, let me be clear. Both sides are failing. Both sides are hypocritical. I don't want to hear anybody from the left talking about how atrocious this protesting is when they supported it from their own folks. Just like I don't want to hear the same kind of contradictory nonsense coming from folks who are right of center. I would call all of my brothers and sisters in the faith to remember that we are not left of center, we are not right of center, but we should be centered on Jesus Christ. We should be focused on God and His message. And I'm brought to the idea, the thought of Jesus in the garden toward the end of His life before He was crucified, and the fact that His supporters became zealous as the mobs were coming in to arrest Him. And a soldier had his ear cut off by one of Jesus's disciples, and Jesus instead heals the young man, rebukes the violent behavior, and says that those who live by the sword will die by the sword. And that is my call, whether you're celebrating these political victories or whether you are scared, nervous, frustrated, whatever. The answer is not more of the same old violence. God is in control. God has this under control. Even if the next 4 years aren't what we would have wanted or dreamed of from a political standpoint, or maybe even in some levels from a faith standpoint, regardless, God is in control. He is fully aware that this was coming. This is not a surprise. And if it doesn't surprise God, and you truly believe that He is still reigning supreme from heaven, you truly believe that He still has sovereign control over our world and over the circumstances and outcomes that we face, then you have no reason to fear. So, my challenge this afternoon for you, my challenge as you go about your night, your day, so forth, is to not spend too much time looking to the left or to the right at your political leaders who are all proving to be corrupted and contradictory, but rather to look upon the one true example, to stand upon the rock that is immovable and is trustworthy and a source of integrity. To turn your eyes, fix your eyes upon Jesus, fix your eyes upon God and His example, And there you will find your peace. There you will find your answer. There you will find your solution to walking day to day in this crazy world that we live in. We are not, if you follow Jesus Christ, if you have been redeemed and you fall under his salvation, I have a news flash for you. You are not a citizen of this country in many ways anymore, but rather you are a citizen of the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of God, and simply an ambassador to a greater kingdom here in this place that we call home in America. So spend your time not endlessly fighting bitter wars, but rather find a way to be an example to both your friends and your supposed enemies in the way that you live your life and in the way that you love each other, even when we disagree or we don't get our way. I pray that you all have a great night. I pray that you have as little stress as possible and that everybody is staying well and starting a new year the right way. Have a good one.